What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video I'm going to be previewing Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. Now, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 releases on the Nintendo Switch exclusively on July 19th. Now, to me, this is the big game of July, and just the fact that I get to say that and that there is a big game of July is honestly really good. We've gone through several years of games where July and even August is pretty low. There's not a lot of games in those months, and then the quality of those games are not very high. It seems like the entertainment industry, whether it be movies, TV shows, or games, they do tend to take a break in a couple of the months and they kind of ramp back up going into September. We don't really have that this year because we have games late June like Crash Team Racing, like Super Mario Maker 2, and now like Marvel Ultimate Alliance, and also the games that are coming out in August that we already know of: Madden, we know Control, Shenmue 3, Man of Medan. We know a lot of games are coming out, and to me, in terms of the first games that are coming out in July, I'm super excited for Crash, and that's going to get me through, I believe, until this game. But I'm very, very pumped for this game. Coming out exclusively, like I said, on the Nintendo Switch, this game looks to be a ton of fun. I am a really, really big fan of these kind of games, that kind of top-down action fighter, or whatever you kind of want to, however you want to describe this game, but that's how I would at least describe it. But in terms of, the area or the atmosphere that this game is coming out, it couldn't be of more perfect timing. We get we have Avengers Endgame that came out back in April. We're having Spider-Man come out July 2nd. So, the superhero fever is out there, and it's been out there for a lot of years. As Marvel continues to really, really nail things, I don't think there's a better time for a game like this. Even Marvel versus Capcom, a game like that, it would be a really good time for these games to kind of make their mark, because people, I think, are really, really excited. And honestly, that's what draws me into this game the most, is the list of playable characters, the list of bosses even. They are extensive. I mean, we're going to be able to play as quite a few very iconic and very awesome superheroes from all these different universes, which is really, really cool. And this game serves as a soft reboot, even though it's Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. And I think that that's very fair, considering, one, it's only exclusively on one console. So it's only on one system. You can only get it on the Nintendo Switch. And two, the way they're doing this game is a little bit different. And like I said, story-wise and even gameplay-wise, how they're changing up the gameplay mechanics definitely seems like it is a soft reboot. This, I think, is for the people that haven't been playing this game over the last several years, which is basically everyone. We have not gotten a Marvel Ultimate Alliance in many, many years, so it's been a long time since the last one, and I think now, again, is the perfect time for this one to come out. Now that Marvel is probably at its peak, I don't really see how it can get any higher than this, and you could start to argue that over the next couple of years, maybe it starts to go down a little, but I think, especially with the way that these games are doing it, not only, can the movies carry themselves, and the movies get these audiences, and the movies have carried themselves throughout all these years. Avengers Endgame and Avengers Infinity War basically were propped up considering all of the past movies and building the fan base from movie to movie. Now, as the movies start to figure out phase 4 and start to, go in the future, and maybe they're going to lose people, maybe there's that fatigue, well, now we get to take it to the gaming universe, and especially superhero games. There's a lot of different kinds of them, and there's like the Batman Arkham games, which to me are the best kind and my favorite, and really, made it possible to have superhero games on a console like that kind of game. But again, we've always kind of had the Marvel versus Capcom, and Marvel Ultimate Alliance has been around for quite a while too, so it's not like we've never had superhero games. But I feel like now, over the next couple of years, is the years of gaming. It's let's expand the Spider-Man universe on PlayStation. Let's see Insomniac do their own Spider-Man. The Avengers, or Marvel's Avengers, the Square Enix game. That game is going to carry itself because it's Avengers for sure. But now we get to see what an Avengers game looks like on consoles. What does it look like for games, not just movies, but look like for games. And Marvel Ultimate Alliance is it's a different kind of game than all of those games. It's a game that you can play locally. You can play it with your friends. I think that's a fantastic idea, and I really, really like that. And, to me, honestly, here's the thing that mainly sells it. One, it's Marvel, and I do love Marvel, and being able to play as such a wide cast of characters, and having them all have their own different powers, and having a story be built around the Black Order and Thanos and all these things, that's going to be really, really cool to play. Two, I really do like these kind of games games. Just again, the top-down kind of action game that this is. I like these kind of games, so that intrigues me. And 3, it's in July, and what else are you gonna really play? Like I said, I mean, August is filled. August honestly has been built up and has continued to just get more and more games releasing in August. I don't think August is gonna have a problem, especially the second half of August. But even a game like Madden, you know, if you're a sports player, having Madden come out in the very, very beginning of August is very different. Normally we get that at the end. So now we're starting to get games kind of placed everywhere. When it comes to July, I mean, yeah, we have Dragon Quest Builders 2. Yeah, we have Fire Emblem's 3 Houses. We have those two, but those are very niche kind of games. You really have to be into, I think, Dragon Quest in general, or that kind of builder gamer. You have to be that kind of gamer to play that game. And then Fire Emblem, same thing. You have to really be into that kind of mechanic. So, you know, they're very, very specific. I think I feel like the audience for them are not very, very big. But when it comes to July, and especially if you have a Nintendo Switch, I feel like this is the kind of game that all ages and all groups of people, whether you play it alone or with people, I feel like you can all kind of enjoy this game. And again, it has the background and it has the material with Marvel to grab people and pull them in. But even if it didn't have the thing to pull them in, the fact is that there's really no other big game. I feel like this is easily the biggest game of July. And if you eliminate Crash Team Racing and also Super Mario Maker 2, it's also the biggest game within June and July, in my opinion. Now, maybe people are going to buy Super Mario Maker 2 June 28th and not want to buy this less than a month later. This comes out 3 weeks after that. But, you know, to me, I think this is a game for me in July. This is going to get me through July into August until we can get to the end of August where we start to get, like I said, a lot of big games. I mean, Shenmue 3 is a huge game. I think Control is going to be a really nice game. And then Man of Medan from Supermassive Games. I think those 3 could be very, very solid games. So there's a lot of games to look forward to. But for July, this is pretty much it. But good news for us is, honestly, it looks fantastic. And there's so many trailers. They've honestly put a lot of promotion material into this. I mean, I think they really do expect it to sell. They really want it to sell. And honestly, why shouldn't it? It's got Marvel. It's on a Nintendo Switch, a very powerful platform. Not necessarily because of power itself, but because a lot of people truly love this system. It's coming out in July. There's not a lot to, dethrone it or have a problem for it. And it's also Marvel. You know, it's a huge, huge property. It's a property that a lot of people absolutely love. It's still coming out a couple months after Endgame, and now we get to play as these awesome characters. So I'm very, very excited for this game. We're going to be giving this game away on the channel, so we'll have a giveaway. We'll be doing live streams of it, and we'll have videos of this game as well. So a lot of July, you know, the middle of July is going to be pretty dedicated for us for Marvel Ultimate Alliance. So I'm excited for it. What about you guys? Let me know in the comments below how you're feeling about this game. Make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel, Podcast Now. Hit that bell icon so you guys know when these videos go up. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.